You're welcome to the last edition of 3 Minutes of Growth for this week. I believe that you have had a beautiful week so far. Let's wrap this conversation on life lessons from the scriptures today, from the very third verse of the first Psalm. And to be able to have a better understanding of today's discussion, I like to read the entire 3 verses of the first Psalm. It says, "Blessed is the one who does not walk in step with the wicked, or stand in the way that sinners take, or sit in the company of mockers, but whose delight is in the law of the Lord, and who meditates on his law day and night." Now this is our emphasis, verse 3. It says, that person is like a tree planted by the streams of water, which yields its fruit in season, and whose leaf does not wither. Whatever they do prospers. Now, for a lot of us, we like to pray and quote the last phrase, "Whatever I do prospers." The King James Version says, "Whatsoever he doeth prospers." It's a very poignant scripture phrase that is appealing to everybody. But there is a condition precedent to this phrase, and it is the responsibility of a believer and the child of God to obey the first principle of the first verse, abide by the second verse, and then verse 3 says, "He will be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, and this tree will yield its fruit in its season, and the leaf of this tree will not wither, and whatever this person does prospers." This is so self-explanatory. The blessings are so enormous, such that if indeed you do not walk in step with the wicked, you do not stand in the way that sinners take, and do not sit with the mockers, but you delight in the law of the Lord, and you meditate day and night, based on all the explanations that we have given in the course of the week on 3 Minutes of Growth, then you will be like a tree planted by the rivers of water. The reason why a lot of people's lives are dry is because they do not meditate on the word day and night. They do not stay away from walking in step with the wicked. They stand in the way with sinners, and then they mock others. They mock the righteous. There is no way they can benefit from the blessings. More so, they do not meditate on the word day and night. If you don't read and you don't study, how may you meditate? And so, the person who is blessed is a person who meditates on the word day and night, who does not walk in step with the wicked. He does not stand in the way with sinners, and does not sit with the scornful. Is that person you? Isn't it time to give your life some consideration so that you can make a U-turn and ensure that you are like this blessed man who delights in the law of the Lord and meditates on it day and night? He is like a tree planted by the rivers of waters. No dryness. Where the stem, where he's planted, takes nutrient from rivers of waters. He will produce fruit when it is season. When it is the season for fruit production, his leaf will never be dry. You will never experience dryness in your life. And whatever you do prosper. Isn't that an appealing promise to abide by? Isn't that a desirable way to live? Why is it difficult to fulfill the conditions precedent to enjoying this blessing? The ball is in your court. If indeed you want to be like a tree planted by the rivers of waters, and you want to produce fruit in your season, because it is the person who is planted that can produce fruit. And then you don't want any form of dryness in your life. The tree that you are has got green leaves every time if you're planted by the rivers of waters. And then whatever you do, you prosper. That's my take for 3 minutes of growth for this week. See you again next week. Have a lovely weekend ahead.